Most people obsess over oil changes and transmission fluid, focusing entirely on the mechanical heart of the vehicle. But if you are driving a car that is 15 or 20 years old, like this Golf, the mechanics are often fine. It is actually the rubber and plastic components that usually kill the car first by letting the elements inside. Once those door seals dry out and your dashboard starts cracking, the car starts to feel like a junker, even if the engine runs perfectly. The cabin gets noisy, water starts leaking onto your carpets, and the whole driving experience degrades because the materials around you are literally falling apart from age and neglect. Today, I'm going to show you how to stop the clock and restore every single rubber and plastic part of your old car using the right chemistry. We are going to go through the vehicle from the outside in, treating the seals, the trim, and the engine bay to ensure this car lasts another 20 years. Let's start with the most critical, yet most overlooked part of any aging vehicle: your weather stripping. These are the complex rubber extrusions that seal your doors, windows, and trunk, and they are the only thing standing between your dry interior and the rain, wind, and noise of the outside world. Open your doors and take a close look at the black rubber seals running along the frame. If they feel stiff to the touch, or if they look dusty and gray instead of black, they are already dying. When rubber oxidizes like this, it loses its ability to compress, which is exactly how leaks start. Before we apply any products, we have to clean them, because you cannot restore rubber that is caked in mud. Take a microfiber cloth and some mild soapy water, avoiding harsh detergents, and physically pinch the rubber as you wipe, cleaning deep into the folds where moss and road grime tend to accumulate over the decades. Once they are completely clean and dry, you need to be very careful about what you apply next. Do not use a generic spray-on tire shine for this. Those products often contain petroleum solvents and silicone oils that might look shiny for a day, but they actually accelerate the aging process by leaching out the rubber's natural moisture. Instead, the secret weapon for professional restoration is a high-quality silicone paste or dielectric grease. This is a thick, non-curing compound that stays where you put it. Apply a small, pea-sized amount to a clean cloth and begin to massage it deeply into the rubber, working it into every crease and corner. You will see the transformation immediately as the rubber drinks up the paste, turning from a lifeless gray to a deep, healthy black. This not only restores the elasticity of the seal, preventing wind noise, but it also creates a hydrophobic barrier that stops your doors from freezing shut on cold winter mornings. Next, we need to address the window run channels, which are often the culprit when power windows fail. If your windows are moving slowly, sounding strained, or squealing as they go down, it is usually because the rubber channel has hardened and is pinching the glass, forcing the motor to work overtime. To fix this, use a dry silicone spray specifically designed for window tracks. It is crucial to use a dry formula so you don't end up with greasy streaks on your glass. Insert the straw into the vertical tracks and spray generously, creating a slick, non-greasy surface that allows the glass to glide effortlessly again. Now let's step back and talk about that gray, faded exterior plastic trim on your bumpers and doors. This oxidation is what makes an old car look truly neglected, as UV rays from the sun have bleached the carbon black out of the surface, leaving behind a chalky residue that ages the look of the entire vehicle. You have probably seen the heat gun trick on the internet where people blast the plastic with fire. Do not do this. It creates a temporary reaction that pulls internal oils to the surface, making it look black for a week, but it structurally damages the plastic, causing it to turn brittle and crack permanently soon after. For the exterior, you need a dedicated restoration product. You can use a standard plastic restorer oil for a quick fix, but for a permanent solution, you should invest in a ceramic trim coating. These are modern chemical polymers that don't just sit on the surface but actually bond to the material. These ceramic products work by cross-linking with the plastic to form a hard, UV-resistant shield that lasts for months or even years. This is the only way to truly stop the fading process and lock in that factory-fresh look without having to reapply a dressing every time you wash the car. When applying the restorer or coating, make sure you are in the shade and the surface is cool to the touch. Use a foam applicator pad and work in small, controlled sections to ensure an even finish. You will see the deep black color return instantly, making the trim look like it just came out of the mold. Moving inside the cabin, let's look at the dashboard. This is the most exposed part of your interior, sitting directly under the magnifying glass of your windshield. It bakes in the sun all day, reaching temperatures that can boil water, which eventually causes the vinyl to dry out, shrink, and split open. The worst thing you can do is use those cheap high-gloss protectant sprays that turn your dash into a mirror. That artificial shine creates a glare that blinds you while driving, and the oily residue can actually amplify the sun's heat, cooking the dashboard even faster and accelerating the cracking process. You want a matte finish UV protectant that absorbs into the material rather than sitting on top of it. Think of it as sunscreen for your plastic. It keeps the surface supple and hydrated without that greasy feel, preserving the original factory look and preventing the structural breakdown of the vinyl. If you have a European car from the late 90s or early 2000s, like a VW or BMW, you are probably dealing with sticky buttons. This happens when the factory soft-touch rubber coating breaks down chemically over time, turning into a gooey, tar-like substance that stains your fingers. This looks terrible, but you do not need to replace the expensive switches or buttons. The chemistry to fix this is simple: isopropyl alcohol. The alcohol acts as a solvent that dissolves the degraded rubber coating without harming the hard plastic structure underneath the button. Take a microfiber cloth dampened with 70% isopropyl alcohol and gently rub the sticky surface. It takes a bit of patience and elbow grease, but you will see the black goo transfer to the cloth. Keep scrubbing until you reveal the clean, smooth plastic beneath, which will never get sticky again. Under the hood, rubber maintenance stops being cosmetic and becomes a critical safety issue. Your engine bay is full of rubber hoses carrying boiling coolant and vacuum pressure, and a single cracked line or hardened hose can leave you stranded on the side of the highway with an overheated engine. You need to physically check your coolant hoses by squeezing them when the engine is cold. A healthy hose should feel firm but springy, like a flexed muscle. If the hose feels rock-hard and crunchy or incredibly soft and spongy, it is rotting from the inside and needs to be replaced immediately. While you are looking around the engine, check your plastic reservoirs, specifically the coolant expansion tank. These are made of clear plastic that turns yellow and eventually opaque brown after thousands of heat cycles. If your tank looks like dark amber glass, it is structurally compromised. Replacing a $20 plastic tank now is the cheapest insurance you can buy. If that brittle plastic bursts under pressure while you are driving, you will dump all your coolant in seconds, potentially warping your cylinder head and costing you a $2,000 head gasket repair. Don't forget to look under the car at your CV axle boots. These are the rubber bellows behind your wheels that protect the expensive constant velocity joints. They flex constantly while you drive, and eventually the rubber will tear, letting grease out and dirt in. Wipe them down with a rag and inspect the deep folds for any signs of cracking or splitting. Catching a torn boot early means you can often just replace the rubber boot itself, which is cheap, rather than waiting until the joint fails and you have to replace the entire axle assembly. Finally, we need to talk about your tires, specifically the sidewalls. Just like your trim, tire rubber contains anti-ozonants that protect it from the sun, but as the tire ages and sits parked, the rubber dries out and you get dry rot, which looks like spiderweb cracks. To prevent this, avoid those solvent-based tire dressings that smell like chemicals and turn the rubber brown over time. Switch to a water-based dressing that conditions the rubber, providing a natural satin look that protects the sidewall from UV rays without stripping its natural oils. One last detail is the cowl at the base of your windshield. This plastic panel collects leaves and debris, which turn into wet compost that rots the plastic and clogs your drain holes. Cleaning this out prevents water from backing up and flooding your car's interior or electrical computer. Maintaining these small details is exactly what separates a beat-up used car from a well-preserved classic. If you take the time once a year to clean, lubricate, and protect the rubber and plastic, the car will feel tighter, quieter, and will take care of you for years to come.